Welcome back to Heal Loving Life. I'm Michelle with The Spiritual Laws of Life today by Harold Klemp. So I will read another one and then give my humble interpretation because we are all unique individuals and we all have different interpretations of everything that we read. But if you listen to what he says, that's what he says. Okay. So today we are going to start with the laws of freedom. And they are practical laws that afford a smoother passage through everyday life. Who doesn't want a smoother passage while they traverse this plane of existence in this physical body, clay temple, right? Spiritual freedom. Spiritual freedom is growing into a state of godliness, becoming more aware of the presence of God. It brings liberation from karma and reincarnation, that wheel, right, that we're all on, and the ability to come and go at will in the God worlds. This is the perfect freedom to make decisions out of one's own state of consciousness and to come and go in the God worlds. When you go to sleep, you visit different planes of existence. If you soul travel while you're awake, you're visiting different planes of existence. If you have an out of body experience, you're leaving your body and going into a different plane of existence. If your consciousness goes from being really angry and upset to shifting in a now moment, you're going to a different plane of existence. There are many ways to go to different planes of existence. And one of the laws of freedom is called the law of assumption. It is also known as the law of knowing. So, this is really important to know, the law of assumption. It is only by living each moment in the assumption of one's divinity that an individual can bring his spiritual potential into the world. Divinity? Am I saying that you're all God? Well, I think that what he is saying is that we all are created by the Creator, sparks of the Creator, part of its creation, and thus we are carrying that divine presence with us, at least a little spark of it. So we need to remember who we are. We do not have to please God. What? We have to manifest its presence. So we're not trying to please God and be a good little girl, a good little boy, and to be a good little whatever religion you are. It's about manifesting the presence of God within yourself. It's far more empowering than what the religions of today would have you believe. It is far more empowering because you are vibing into that spark that is of the Creator, of love. So when you become the love, you become part of that energy again. Soul, in waking from its languor, I don't know why I love that word, languor, begins a search for truth. The individual first seeks the Mahanta on the inner planes, and there has been a different one at every time. So if you guys are vibing into Socrates or Jesus or someone, you're living with the old ones, okay? The old masters. Right now, the current living Act Master is Sri Doug Kunin, and you can look him up and gaze into the eyes of Sri Doug Kunin, ask for his assistance, see what happens. That's all I'm saying. So the individual first seeks the Mahanta on the inner planes because the spiritual law requires a recognition of the agent of God. We're on the 974th. After that, the spiritual forces converge. This law further states that whatever takes place inside us may later become a reality in the physical world. Okay, oh boy. So, whatever dreams you're having, okay, you can ask for a karmic mitigation in the dream state so that you don't have to have it trickle down into the physical, okay? So, don't be afraid if you're having bad dreams of bad things happening. It might just be that you are mitigating the karma in the inner realms, especially if you ask that of the Mahanta. I have asked that, and wow, yeah, I'll get some serious dream remembrances, and I'm talking from like different worlds, even from past lives, because we're eternal. So we've done a lot. We've been good, we've been naughty, we've been everything. So, but do know that whatever takes place in the inner is supposedly trickles into the physical reality. So that could also go in a really good way if you're having dreams that are really pleasing and you're seeing good things occurring. The question always arises, what should I do if I am consciously dreaming or on a different plane and I want to get back into the awareness of the physical body? So let's say you're lucidly awake during a soul travel or dream experience and you're like, wait a second, I think I need to get back to my physical body. There is one basic rule. Assume with the sense of feeling that you are in your physical body. This will happen immediately. So you're in charge, which is like really good to hear. You're not at the will of your dream, you're not stuck there. If you are lucid enough, and chant the word Hugh before you go to sleep and ask for lucidity, okay, and awareness wherever you go. And then know that you can get back into your body. If you've had an out of body experience, you can also get back into your body pretty quickly by acknowledging where you want to be. When you have a bad dream, the dream sensor has not allowed the whole story to come out. Begin with the assumption that something's missing, that you don't know everything yet. Then use the inner faculties to get the answers you need. Now, the dream sensor will stop certain things from coming through that might be way too disturbing for you to handle. So it'll give you a little snippet, like a trailer movie of what happened in a different lifetime, for instance. And if you want to explore that, because maybe you have a phobia in this lifetime that you don't understand, why are you terrified of blah blah blah? Okay, why? And maybe you have a dream one day that shows something related to that fear, but it doesn't show the whole story. Well, you can then go into a contemplation with that information that you were blessed with in the dream and say, I would like to understand why and where this phobia came from and how to deal with it more effectively and not have it for the rest of my life, please. And thank you. And then you get quiet and you go into quiet mode. You chant the word Hugh and you see what comes into the screen of your third eye vision. Okay. And then you might be surprised because you might understand it better, right? And then you can let it go because understanding is what helps release things. And also claiming your part in anything that you've done wrong in a different lifetime. Okay, maybe you caused that phobia. Who knows, right? Maybe you didn't. I don't know, but you'll find out if you ask and go into contemplation. So that was the law of assumption or the law of knowing. And the next law is the law of attitudes about imagination and the rules of that. So I appreciate you being here, and like and subscribe. If you do like these videos, please share them with someone else because it just helps to raise the collective consciousness of all of those people who have chosen to come into a physical form on this earth plane at this time, which is no easy feat. So pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug, because the fact that you're here now, ugh, not an easy choice. It means you're a fierce warrior. Boom, don't forget it. I love you guys. And again, thank you for learning with me here at Hugh Loving Life. Comment below if you have anything of value or interest to say or any questions. I welcome that now. And thank you again. Take care.